All right, man. Apparently, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence have a new fight day. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video, right? So she got the welterweight playlist. Um, so apparently they have a new fight date, all right? Um, and let's go through it. All right, so let me pull it up. Remember people was running around saying it's gonna be on October, man, when it supposed to be the summer. What Lil Wayne saying, heart of the summer, we need a snowplow. Remember, it was supposed to be in the summer. Then it was supposed to be in October. Remember, it was the early October, the 8th. Then it turned into October the 30th, the 29th. The 30th is a Sunday. And as of now, the new date, I'm going to let y'all see it, bro, before I even say it. I'm gonna let y'all see it, dog. What a young Josh say, I know you see it. That's a classic. That's one of the best trap albums ever made. Listen to me. Go listen to it if you haven't. New Jock City. All right, you see what they say right here? Highlight that. You see what they say right there? December 31st is the new date. Errol Terence Crawford, I would believe here, is a slight favorite because it would take you $126. You have to bet 126 to win 100. You have to bet 102 to win versus Errol Spence. So, I mean, we can get in some betting, man. I have to make a regular betting segment for fight weeks, right? But then nonetheless, I really ain't concerned about the betting. I explain some of this at the end. How about that? If y'all interested. But December 31st is the new date. Right? It was October 29th, October 30th. I mean, some people said October 18th. I mean, we can go on and on and on about how many dates they had that was coming up. I can't even remember. Some of them I reported that was rumors. I can't even remember. I can't even remember. But right now, December 31st is the date. So I mean, but like I said, obviously, I will explain something to you. Rarely in U.S. boxing do they fight on do they fight the week of Christmas, or the week of Christmas and back. So really, the first 2 weeks of December, in my mind, from my experiences, is historically the last two, the third and the 10th of December this year, and the 17th, because you got 5 weeks in December. Usually, the first 2 weeks in December, that's it. This year you got 5 weeks in December. So you got the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th. Anything really past that Saturday before the week of Christmas, you rarely have any boxing matches there. Rarely. You rarely have any boxing matches there. So, and then if you look, it says it's going to be at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at the end of the day, I think those are just default dates. I mean, I remember people say, well, Vegas must know something. And a lot of times, Vegas do know something. Let's not trip. But this ain't one of them times. Because I believe not too long ago, Earl Spence was the favorite. If my memory serves me correctly, Earl Spence was the favorite. So, you know, so I mean, that is what it is. That is what it is. But it's not the case no more. Um, they moved it from. It don't mean it still can't happen in October. Somebody might have a change of heart and say, you know what, man, I'll take it, or we'll offer this. Somebody might have a change of heart. You know, so not to say it still won't happen in October. You have to ask me what's the earliest that I can see it happen in terms of a time. Man, it'd have to be like right now for it'd have to be at the earliest they probably gonna have it is the last week of the September, the 24th of September, because that'll give you 1, 2, 3, hold on, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 weeks. We're going about 10. So that's the earliest I really could see it happening. But Earl said if it don't happen this year, it's not gonna happen. Um, so I guess not even at 54. But at this point, man, I mean, I ain't heard nothing different. And at one point, I was hearing from all sides. I said it at one point. You hearing from sanctioned bell body, you hearing from PBC. I really ain't heard nothing from PBC in weeks. Nobody I got a connection over where I ain't heard nothing. So when I brought up Rick Glazer's tweet about him saying that Al Heyman might be breaking off negotiations, and obviously that can just be a scare tactic. That could be a scare tactic. You know, but like I said before, I don't know. Last time I heard, they was at a standstill. Crawford standing what he's standing on. They standing what they standing on, and that is what it is. I only can tell you what I hear from that side of the street. They said that the money ain't right. You gonna listen to Bernie? He said himself, the money ain't right. It seemed like from what he said, some of the clips I played from his channel, sound like they want 50-50. You're not saying, but that's what it sounded like, and that's what most people believe. Um, so I mean, it is what it is. But little information on a little date. So now they saying October, December 31st, and I mean, it is what it is, man. But if you want to know something about these numbers down here, I got Spain. Anytime you have a negative here, it costs that dollar amount to win 100. Anytime you have a plus, let's say they said plus 26, right? That will mean it take 100 to win that number. When you got a negative here, it take 126 to win 100. Now, if this is a plus, if you win 100, you win 126. Simple as that. I mean, they haven't opened up the full slate, but if they draw, you bet 100. That's 1,800. If in the money three way, if I think Errol Spence might be number one. So if you bet 100, you win 100. If you here we go again, negative 25. You have to bet 125 to win 100. So it's quite simple. This is just me breaking it down, teaching y'all, not giving no betting advice. I mean, at all. I mean, got some numbers over the weekend. So Bumgarner is a significant underdog to Michaela Mayer. Let's talk about that. If you bet 100, you win $250 on Bumgarner. Straight money line. If you bet 100 on Michaela, you have to bet 350 to win 100 on Michaela Mayer. So that's why people are attracted to the underdog bets. But a little small betting crash course. You want to know something, learn something, let me know. I see you the Discord link. We're gonna get started real soon, sharing fantasy advice in my betting Discord. So you want be hit up. You want to join the betting Discord? We share parlays and fantasy advice and betting advice there. Let me know. We really ain't got started yet. Still building a nice community. It's free to join. So hit me up on social media. So you can do that by hitting my link tree. It's the first link in the description. Take you to my Twitter, my Instagram. It's the fastest way to reach me right there. Let me know if you want in. But other than that, it also has my Twitch, Amazon Podcast, Venmo, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Apple, the whole nine. So appreciate the love and support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.